All right, Module 8, so 4 through 7 is already complete. I've been really enjoying reading the professional assignments. They're always kind of motivational for me too, and I always find some great tech tips with them. So let's take a closer look at Module 8, and this is really your last module of true content because Module 9 is time to work on your unit plan. So here we go. This module is about leadership in learning communities, so it's really about maybe I guess really more about that community factor in how important it is to teach in an inclusive classroom these days. So there's two parts, and each has their own readings and each has their own discussion threads, so just make sure you're in the right post for them. The first one is about inclusive classrooms. So our topics in social science are all about that. Foods class, religion, the parenting course, all of them have different religious and cultural things that are brought up in them. So teaching to that inclusivity specifically more so than other courses, right? And the most important thing is to remain objective there as a teacher as well, that you're trying to educate them, of course, and not trying to influence them in a certain way. So for this one, there's a chance to do an interview question for your assignment. The idea is that you are responding to the question. So the question that is laid out there is from the panel, and then you are giving me like a paragraph response, so to speak, of what it is. Usually I get a question right away of like a word count or how long this should be. My advice is under 500 words. If you have a longer response than that, then you're probably talking too much in the interview. And the best guideline there is to use the better response. The P paragraph, some of you might know it as or slam or peel, hamburger, better response, anything from EQA or OSSLT teaching of how to respond to a question. That's kind of your best bet to go with as well. And the key factor that when I talk to principals about this is giving examples, telling a story from your own practice, your own teaching, whether it was on placement or a classroom that you've had, giving that specific example to make sure that you stand out. So start by stating the question again, that's your topic sentence, then giving an example from your own practice, back that up with some information based on the readings from that assignment, and then end with a connection. Why is this important to the millennial students? And closing with a great argument will get you a pretty solid response to your interview questions. Okay, and that is it for this module. It is rather short, rather sweet. Hopefully you enjoy having a look at that. Those inclusive classroom assignments are really interesting. Perhaps you'll consider putting one of them into your unit plan. And then, of course, dealing with some of the more controversial topics in a classroom is always an interesting discussion thread as well. And how do you deal with that when it comes up? And so looking forward to reading those. And also make sure you're working on your unit plan. Any questions about that, please feel free to email me anytime. Thanks.